Hey everyone, my name's Walter and I'm back here to read some more posts and stories from Reddit. Today we're returning to talk about nice guys, men who make it a point to mention how nice they are all the time. They open doors, they give gifts. But also when the nice guy loses his patience, the devil shivers. You'll see, so let's just begin with nice guys from Reddit. These posts come to us from Reddit Nice Guys. Women on campus? Most of the women here are stuck up. Too good for me. At least they think they are. I'm a really good guy. They like fucking assholes. And I'm sick of it. I'm so fucking sick of it. It's to the point if you have a girlfriend, I don't associate with you because I know you're a bad person, because that's what women around here like. Tried Tinder, no luck. I'll open car doors for you. I'll get on a knee and kiss your hand. Just need a fucking chance. Any advice, or is every single female here that fucking shallow? That's a pretty desperate plea. Nothing more attractive to women than desperation, right? Every single female is that fucking shallow. Why won't they go out with me? I'm so nice. If this guy hung out with more guys who have girlfriends, who knows? Maybe he'd finally learn to not be a clingy, servile wet rag. No shit, I'm just gonna associate with fellow incels. No way that'll turn into a toxic circle jerk. Thank you, but it doesn't change how I feel. I refuse to acknowledge women unless they are one of my customers. I saw a woman outside my store, struggling with changing a tire on her car. She asked me for help and I just kept walking. I even watched her and laughed from inside the store. Most women today don't deserve good men. Even if this happened, which is kind of suspect, I don't really blame someone for not dropping everything to help a random stranger. The weird part is watching her struggle from a distance while literally laughing like a comic book villain. But they throw such a tantrum when a woman ignores them because she considers them not deserving. LMAO? Where are the nice guys now? Oh wait, they are dead now, move on, in prison, or married to someone who is right for them. Too bad, Mrs. Swift, since in your early years, you scorned all the nice guy suitors who wanted a soulmate in their sad, empty lives. Oh well, c'est la vie. The nice guy suitors for Taylor Swift? Are we talking about Russell again? Oh hey look, people are talking about my video. If you haven't watched any of my Russell Greer content, I'd suggest it. We'll be getting to the time he tried to sue Taylor Swift for a date very soon here. Just look at the swagger this guy has over on Instagram. Who wants to come cuddle? This bear isn't doing it for me. If you like young paralegals like me who are ambitious and studly, then I'm your man. Ambitious and studly paralegals. What a strange combination of words. And watch, it gets even worse. This woman posts a cute picture with a squirrel and Russ says, "Hi, if I Venmo you money, can we text?" Now that is pathetic. Alright, let's move on. Most intelligent men look for 4 things in a woman: loyalty, fertility, chastity, and maturity. Most women are biologically most fertile from 18 to 24. So this guy values maturity in women, and that's why he's going after teenagers? Yeah, sure. If you spend that time working on your career, you lower your chances of finding what you really want, as he is looking for someone younger, whether he tells you or not. I say this to try and help women realize that they should look for a family when they're most fertile and work on their career later. He will provide the resources and security. Yeah, or he'll use that fact that he has all the money to control you. Sounds kinda risky to me. Found on OkCupid, he's 38. Disappointed he didn't say anything about telomerase. Lucas Werner did the research. Police. Lancaster woman dies days after being strangled by husband. That's what happens when you wanted the bad boy. LOL, look at all the mad ladies. You choose who you like, reap what you sow. Meanwhile, all the decent guys you friend-zone because they're not 7 foot tall or make $200,000 a year with a Lambo are saying screw you and checking out of the dating market. If you only want to date, share, and pass around the top 1% of guys, be prepared to be strangled and treated like a dog. Oh, and don't forget to get on social media and cry about nobody wants to date us, after passing up all the decent men that actually wanted a relationship and family. God, you know, when people are murdered, they generally can't get on social media looking for sympathy. I wonder if anyone's ever told this guy that. And now the height requirement is 7 feet. Insane power creep here. Somehow it's always about them. She literally got strangled by her husband and died, but it's about his hurt-whittle feelings that women don't like him. Apparently not dating them is such a sacrilege that the fitting punishment is death. To them, not being attracted to them equals criminal offense with death penalty. About me. No ugly chicks, fat chicks, baby mamas, or bitches 35 and older. If you got too many piercings or got any sort of snake/dragon tattoos, Use pronouns. Identify in the least bit with LGBT. You can get right the fuck out of here with that nasty fucking shit. Up is up, down is down, left, right, right. Boy is boy and girl is girl. If you want to disagree with somebody who gives a fuck. All that aside, I'm a really nice guy. Let's link. He's like, hey, check out all my red flags. Cool, huh? Even literally called himself a nice guy afterwards. Chef's kiss. Like I said before, it's almost as if they want to be rejected. How come no one will give me a chance? It's a real miracle. It must be all the toxic chads out there, stealing all the girls in a plot to deprive me of my rightfully deserved pussy. Holy shit, I hate myself for writing that satire. Now let's read a story from Reddit Nice Guy Stories, the place where you too can leave any stories you might have about walking fedoras. My nice guy coworker. So I'm a social worker for a charity, and my new coworker is a nice guy. My department was all previously female, by the way. He is in his 40s, and when he was hired in, he gave off a creepy vibe. He also wears a fedora outside, but will take it off once he comes into the office. Dude is super socially awkward, and makes really inappropriate jokes, or is really flirty while all of us are trying to work. In the first 2 weeks after he was hired, all of us, i.e. all of my female coworkers in our 20s to 30s, would just laugh awkwardly or uncomfortably. I typically tend to work late and I'm usually alone in the office, but every day this past week, he has been in there with me until 7 to 8 p.m. asking me all kinds of questions about myself when I'm trying to work. His reasoning was he liked me and that a lady shouldn't be alone during these late hours. LOL, what the fuck? A lot of the questions weren't just normal small talk either, but what kind of things do you like in a man? And if I was a dom or sub? What the fuck? And what kind of things are important in a relationship? On day 3 of us being in the office alone together, as I'm getting ready to go home, he asked me to go out with him for drinks. I tell him that I have a boyfriend and I politely decline. He then goes, dang, I respect that I guess, but not even as friends or coworkers? I've been nothing but nice to you this whole week. I tell him no again and I can see he is visibly upset. Mind you, this guy is over 10 years older than me, by the way. And he gets all huffy and told me that I wasn't being nice. I just ignored him. The weekend rolls around and I come into the office the following Monday. He and my coworker, also my friend, are both there. My friend asks me how my weekend was. I tell her that my boyfriend went out of town to visit his parents. They live about 6 hours away. I ended up not going because I wasn't feeling well. Nice guy, who I wasn't even talking to, chimes in and goes, wow, and he didn't stay behind to take care of you and just went on a trip without you? What a dick. I would have taken care of you. I just ignored him. It was super weird. Anytime I mentioned my boyfriend that week, he'd make a side comment. Note, when I'm not even fucking talking to him, about how he could treat me better. I'm very close to going to my supervisor in HR about this, but I don't want my supervisor to be all, you need to be welcoming towards him, etc., since she seems to brush things under the rug. Luckily, there is high turnover at my company, so maybe he'll quit soon, lol. He asks his coworker that he barely knows if she's a sub or a dom. How is this guy in his 40s? It's not even realistic that he hasn't lost jobs for this shit in the past. Asking you directly sexual questions, i.e. dom/sub stuff, is blatantly inappropriate in the workplace and sexual harassment. If your supervisor doesn't take that seriously, leave, because getting away with it will only make him do it more. And you deserve better. Your workplace should be working to make it a safe place for you. That's their job. Yeah, I'm amazed anyone could possibly think this is normal behavior. How dare she not drop her boyfriend for this guy? He's been nice to her all week, and obviously not just because he wanted something. He says a lady shouldn't be alone during those hours, but I'm thinking a lady shouldn't be alone with him during those hours, perhaps. It's no issue for me to deal with personally. I was lucky enough to get a clear perspective on this early and stop letting my eye when it came to looking for someone to share my life with. This is ultimately an issue for shallow, yes, unfortunately it is shallow, women who are ending up alone due to unreasonable standards. The situation is typically the same. A woman who has decent guys waiting to choose from will instead pick the guys that simply look good. But those guys only want her pussy and don't want her, and this goes on until the woman is older and no longer appealing. The only person at fault here is the women. So yes, this is what distinguishes men's loneliness from women. Shallow women are dying alone due to their own standards. How is this not a realistic scenario for a man as well? I'm not even sure why this has to be gendered. I guess because only women have looks that fade, am I right? Seems to be a theme here. About me. I'm done. I've been on this app for near 10 years and never gotten a single date. I kept wondering what was wrong with me or what mistake I'm making. But I've now realized it's not me, it's all of you. You bitch and whine about fuckboys, being left single mothers and being thrown off balconies. But you all keep picking the same handful of losers, then blaming their behavior on men like me. Meanwhile, I have literally done nothing wrong. Does he really think they actually blame him for this? If you're wondering who was thrown off the balcony, it sounds like it was the case with the Tinder date where she fell while trying to climb down the balcony where he'd locked her. It is a messed up case, but it's far too bizarre for me to summarize quickly. And yes, it also made me think of Elliot Rodger, of course. Rant. Sooner or later, ladies, there won't be any men for you to date. There won't be no relationships for you to have, and there won't ever be a loyal man for you to hold and keep. You treat us so bad nowadays, and you wonder why we only want to have sex with you. Who the fuck wants to stay around a woman who has a negative philosophy about men and dating, who slates men, who abuses men, who manipulates men, lies to men, cheats on men, expects money from men, etc., etc.? You take and take and take and take and take, yet you give us nothing back in return. Men are killing themselves out here trying to make you happy. Well, the real ones at least. And all you have to say to us is we are all c***s. To top it off, you go to your girlfriends for advice like another woman knows exactly how men work. LOL, she's probably a man-hating bitch too, and you listen to her. LOL, well done, you. Ask a man for advice about a man. Just make sure he's an actual friend and not someone who's trying to get in your pants. Maybe men ain't the problem. Maybe it's your attitudes toward us that create the very man in which you hate. Yeah, a man behaving badly can't be his own fault, of course. There's always some way in which it was actually because of women. Let's check out these hashtags. Ain't all about you. Stupid bitches. Sick of women. Trashing men. It's unattractive. Be a real woman. Get a real man. Sort your attitudes out. Maybe it's you, honey, not us. LOL, what the fuck? Truthfully, you weren't really cute enough for me. I just wanted to use you, but we can be friends. You're really not attractive, kind of fat, but we can work on it. Things I didn't like about you, but I tried to get used to. See how positive I tried to be with you, and you made me tell the truth about you, but we can both be honest, which is cool. I'll give you another chance for real, and I'll show you my standard of females. I get bad hoes. I just wanted someone decent and not crazy. Yes, she rejected him, but he spun it so that he actually rejected her. But actually, he'll still give it a shot. What a nut job. I get bad hoes, but I'm still begging for pussy from women I think are fat and ugly, because reasons. LOL, cope harder, bro. Workin'? Working that cold shoulder well, I see. LOL. Totes just a joke. Don't care, all good, LOL. Hope you are doing well. You have no idea what kind of physical shape I'm in. LOL, IQ of 149 on a bad day. And O can put it down. So good. This bus has passed, but you really should have stuck around and talked to me more. Big mistake. Good luck, though. Promise I didn't mean it harsh. Just cocky, LOL. Okay, one more very stereotypical post and then we'll call it a day, I think. You need more? So why most guys I know who are like this, myself included, have trouble finding someone or get taken for a jerk? Most women just want a very good-looking bad boy, you know it. I'm honestly not ugly at all, but I'm a nice guy, so women had to think they could do the worst things to me. I said had to think for a reason. I'm not nice with girls anymore. I never had so much success. I will believe you anyway, but you don't represent the majority of women with this opinion, unhappily. Is anyone really dumb enough to believe the whole I started being mean to women and now they love me narrative? Although I do remember one post where the asshole behavior nice guy describes is really just basic confidence, so who knows? Yeah, you know, I'm not sure I believe these guys who become assholes and gain success, but to be fair, it's probably more effective than the nice guy shtick at this point. Not that that's saying much. Anyway, I think that's about all the time I have for you today. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, please give it a like. If you have something to say about the posts, stories, or my content in general, please let me hear it in the comments. I'll be reading them while the video's new. If you're new here and want more of the same, consider subscribing. I'm gonna try to make some progress on my channel for once. This is video number 4 this week, I think. Pretty good for me. And now it's time to shout out my generous patrons who contribute to me more directly over on Patreon. It helps me be able to do this professionally. Jimmo, Ennui Blue, Levon, Maxo11X, MDB3000, Chris Sturman, Bumbus McDunga, Alberto 2001, Bethy Williams, Big Mike Shirley, Cacti Lady Wither, Cho, Daniel De La Pena, Don Smith, Deborah Douglas, Dev Notes, Leanne Summers, Ouroboros, Sammy, Sandyman, Sazandora, V stands for, Wernology, William Ash, Zephyrin, John Yorkie, Psychic Kumquat, Alex Anakin, Alan Fang, Francois Tremblay, Knit1 Code 2, Lil Spoon, Molly Mayhem, S. Johnson, and Petulant Panda. Thanks again so much. I'll be back soon with more content. Have a great day, everyone, and make sure you blame women for your own behavior. It's not transparent at all.